Welcome to How To with Tim O'Donnell. Well, folks, today we're turning wrenches. I got myself a 2018 GMC Savannah. We're going to do ourselves an oil change. Well, the first thing you want to do is pull this turkey up in the front yard. I'm going to put a tarp down on the ground. I don't think you should ever change your oil on the concrete. It's just going to stain it up if you drip some. That way, if it's in the grass, it goes right down into them dinosaur bones where it belongs. Now, the most important thing is to drive your front tires up on some blocks. It gets the front end up in the air. That way, if it falls off a block, it'll crush you dead. You also notice I put a nice blue tarp down there. That's just to keep the daggone stickers out of your back, any ants off of you. I wouldn't want to be giving anybody any false misinformation. So to keep this all on the safety side, I'm going to put a block behind my back tire. That ought to do her. Now the only tools you're going to need for this job here is an oil wrench, a socket, a ratchet, and an oil catch pan. Now it's imperative that you stay safe when you're doing this. So I'm going to go get my safety gear on and get this project underway. Let's get this project underway. Now, if this is your only automobile, make sure you let it cool down before you get under here and drain this hot oil on you. What we're going to do is loosen up this drain plug right here. I'm going to slide this oil pan under here. This stuff's going to come shooting out. Hey, get ready, here it comes. Oh, there it goes. Now, some of y'all might be thinking, why the hell would anybody want to change their own oil? I got an answer for you right here. Because I can. Now, once most of your oil is drained out of your pan, slide this daggum catch pan over here. We're going to change this filter. Put your filter wrench on there. Start turning that monkey man off. Now all kinds of oil is going to run out of here. Make sure you don't wear your Sunday shirt. Well, I know some of y'all shade tree mechanics out there are going to think you know what goes best in your car. But let me tell you something. These new automobiles, they got engineers. They engineer them up. You got to run the right juice in them. So check with your owner's manual and see what is the proper oil to run in these new cars. This particular motor is a 4.3 liter V6. It's a lopped off small block Chevy. It takes a Dexos approved 5W30 weight, 6 quarts of it. We're going to put that in there. As far as oil filters go, I always try to get the best oil filter you can get. But before you screw it on there, make sure that the O-ring is the same size and it's the same filter. Because if you put the wrong filter on your car, it can be a disaster. So I'm just going to take a clean rag. Make sure this is nice and clean where this oil filter goes back on there. Make sure the O-ring has a wee bit of slickum on it. I'm going to screw that oil filter on there. I'm going to get this hand tight. I'm going to go one little twist beyond hand tight. About a quarter turn. Same thing with my drain plug. Now if you see a bunch of metal shavings on the bottom of this drain plug right here, you might want to go talk to somebody about that. All right, everybody, we are back top sides. We got our dipstick right here, we got our oil filler right there. I'm gonna get me a funnel. This particular car takes 6 quarts of oil. Should be ready to roll. All righty, put my last quart of oil in here. Put your cap back on. Now we're gonna check this dipstick and see where we're at here. Now on the end of your dipstick, it's gonna have an area at the bottom and an area at the top. Oil should be in the middle of that thing. It's a little hard to see when the oil's clean. And actually what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fire this truck up and get it flat on the ground because it's up on blocks right now. And it's got a big lean to the back. So pretty much all new cars are equipped with an oil life sensor in them. It's gonna let you know your oil needs to be changed. And it says right on there, change engine oil soon. Now, once you've changed your engine oil, you gotta get rid of that code. On this particular thing, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna funnel through my 0% oil life remaining over here. And then I'm gonna hold this check button down and it should reset that. 100% oil life remaining. The other thing I am gonna do is I'm gonna watch my oil pressure gauge, which is right there, and make sure I got oil pressure when I fire this truck up. And you'll see that oil pressure gauge go right up there. If for some reason your oil pressure gauge don't go up, you got something severely wrong, so shut her down. Now when you recheck your oil on your dipstick, by running the motor, it's gonna run that oil through that new filter as well. I know this particular motor takes exactly 6 quarts of oil, but I'll pull this thing out of here and make sure that we're looking good on the money. Make sure you check your oil pretty quickly down the road, and also look under your car, make sure you ain't got anything leaking. And that there took about 10-15 minutes out of my day to do that. To take this particular truck in and get my oil changed, it's gonna be roughly around $120, $130. So by doing it myself, I spent about 60, 65 bucks. So it's about half the cost. So if you're capable of doing it, it's good. The one thing I'm gonna tell you, not to void your owner's warranty on this vehicle, make sure you keep your receipts and you make sure you write down mileage of every time you change your own oil. Pretty easy job. Hey man, get to drink some beer, be a man for a day. Thank you again for coming out to another How To with Tim O'Donnell. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. I'm gonna be doing something else. Go check out my YouTube channel, subscribe to it, and like it, and love it. And you want more of it.